So we've just talked about different types of reactions. I want to review something about these different reactions. So I have them all going left to right in here. So synthesis, for a synthesis, you're making one product. For a decomposition, you're starting with one reactant. For a single displacement, you have something in there that's like a solo element. So it might be like a Na or like a Cl2, but it's like just one type of element. Combustion, it's a reaction with oxygen and it always makes CO2 and H2O. And then double displacement is where you've always got two ionic things. So it's like AB plus CD, like there's always a positive and a negative for each part. All right, so we zoom out a little bit and we look at these different types of reactions. Something that we'll get into is this idea that a synthesis reaction and a decomposition reaction and a single displacement and even a combustion, these reactions actually fall under one type of kind of overall category. A lot of people don't mention it at the beginning. It's called redox or reduction oxidation. And that has to do with electrons moving and changing. And then double displacement is not a redox. Everything keeps its oxidation state for a double displacement. Now, I'm going to zoom in on double displacement because it has two subcategories. So one of the subcategories is an acid-base reaction. So an acid reaction is going to be something that makes H3O plus, or it's going to make water and I'm going to say salt. But that's anything that is ionic, so like something ionic. Those are both acid reactions and acid-base reactions. So I'm going to put acid-base here. You learn much more about acid-base chemistry in Gen Chem 2. And then the other type of double displacement reaction is when you make a precipitate. So that's when you do one of these reactions, and if I did that one as a double displacement, my B and my D are going to switch spots. So it's AD plus BC. But what would make it a precipitation reaction would be it would have an S in there because it means I made a solid. So that's a precipitation reaction. So we actually are going to mostly focus on this type and this type of double displacement, but you will need to know how to balance just any type of a double displacement reaction. And you will also need to be able to predict the products for double displacement. You need to be able to predict the products for combustion, and those are easy because they're always CO2 and water. You need to be able to predict the products for a single displacement, and they have this kind of a look, like AB plus C. You know, you got the C alone, and then the C swap spots with the A, something like that. That's a single displacement, where like those two swapped. So you can predict those products. We will still ask you to balance synthesis and decompositions, but we will not ask you to predict, especially not this product, but you're not going to have to predict these products here. Synthesis, it's one product, so you should be able to stick it all together, but sometimes it sticks together a little bit weird. There are rules, but it's beyond the scope of what you have to know for this class.